Everton won their 4th game in the last 5 on Saturday, beating Sean Dyche's Nottingham Forest by 3-0 at Hill Dickinson Stadium. It was a comprehensive home victory for David Moyes' men. Two wins in a week after winning 1-0 at Bournemouth on the Tuesday night, of course. And the Toffees were, like I said, it was a really comfortable victory and a good performance against Sean Dyche's men. David Moyes was asked in the press conference after the game what he thought of the performance.
Yeah, what pleased me more was probably the clean sheet again, because I knew if we kept another clean sheet, then we'd give ourselves a chance of winning. But scoring 3 goals as well was really important. It's something which we've been a little bit short of. Goals. The last 2 games we have won 1-0, and it's been pretty tight both games. So to get a couple of goals in the first half and then obviously get one later on was huge for us. So pleased all round, really pleased with the result. We could have played better, maybe not our cleanest performance, but we done what we had to do.
There you go. Excellent win for Everton, which has obviously got them in the top 6. It took us 5th, but Palace won yesterday at Fulham, didn't he, to go back above us. And we could drop to 7th tonight if Manchester United beat Wolves at Old Trafford, but still in excellent shape so far this season, so going well. Another real positive from Saturday was Thierno Barry finally broke his duck. He got off the mark to give Everton the 2-0 lead at the time. David Moyes was asked about Thierno Barry breaking his duck. This is what he had to say.
Yeah, I think I was as pleased for the support seeing him score as I was for the boy as well, because I think every Evertonian's been wanting him to score. But I have to say the crowd have given him incredible support and incredible backing. And you know, it's amazing what that does to players, and sometimes maybe people don't understand that real energy which was coming from the crowd for him, whether he was getting subbed off or whether he was making a good run or done some, gives players incredible energy and gives them something different. And that's why you hear so many managers talking about, you know, getting the crowd behind the team and getting because they do make a difference. But I think his goal was great for him because he's earned it with his work recently. But I've got to say, and I've said it there, the way Ellie took it and laid it on a plate for him, Ellie and Jai's ability to roll it softly so that he could come onto it first time and stroke it past the goalkeeper was great. It gave him no control issue, no thoughts that he had to do something different. Ellie sort of made his mind up and sort of set it up for him to do so. Great credit to Ellie for getting... There
you go. Yeah, absolutely delighted that Thierno Barry is off the mark now, and hopefully that'll lead to him getting more goals. His performances have been improving. Last few weeks had some really good games. Ironically, I didn't think Saturday was just, I thought it was his poorest game out the last 4 or 5. He was still fine and he was still above what his level had been before. But it's funny how it works, isn't it? Other games he's had really strong performances and hasn't scored, and yet he did score at the weekend. But I seen him talking after the game and he was obviously delighted, but he has scored in 3 home games on the run. You know, scored against Fulham, it was and Jai was offside, so it was ruled out. Scored against Newcastle, but it hit his hand on the way down. So he is in a good little run now, and hopefully that'll take the pressure off him and he can start putting the ball in the net, because we need him to. And David Moyes rightly saying, you know, we won't stay in the team. He's only got 1 in the next 6, so he's got to start putting the ball in the back of the net as well. If he does that, then Everton could well push for a European spot. You never know. They're in a good position at the moment. They're right in the mix for Europe at the moment, albeit there's a long way to go. But David Moyes was asked about Everton being in the mix for Europe. This is what he had to say.
Basically. Well, I don't think I used the word safety, but I think I used the word that getting enough wins to keep myself away from the bottom end of the table. And there's a number which you normally have to get in the Premier League. We still have to do that. We've not reached it yet. But I think for us to get this level now, and I've said on the other interviews, I don't want to come in here and be negative. I want to be positive. I want to say, hey, we want to try and attempt to get close to Europe. And that doesn't mean that everybody in here thinks that if we lose 4-1 to Newcastle, it's a disaster, because it's going to happen. We're not a side yet which is going to be able to continually win all the games all the time. But I have to say we're making a good progress at trying to.
There you go. Listen, like I said, a long way to go, but they've made a real positive start, and the more points we put on the board, then we'll be in those conversations as the season goes on, won't we? But doing really well. And, you know, think of the players we've got out as well. Get them back. Makes the whole squad stronger. I mean, Saturday we had 8 subs and 2 of them were goalies. So, you know, we need some of these players fit and available again. Former Everton striker Gary Lineker was at the game at the weekend as Everton beat Nottingham Forest 3-0, and he said he was blown away by Hill Dickinson Stadium. Lineker, like I said, attended on Saturday and said, "What a stadium. Honestly, it's amazing. The acoustics inside. They've obviously done some work for the sound, and it was jumping in there. I had a brilliant time. Really, really good." There was a picture of him with Peter Reid, as you can see on screen, but there was another picture of him also with Reid, with Leon Osman, and with Andrei Kanchelskis as well. Be good to have 3 of them. Well, be good to have Ozzy. Turn back time, little time machine, whack them in. The squad, I think we'd be all right. Reid in midfield and Kanchelskis wide. Yeah, so really, really good. Moving on from a former Everton striker to a former Everton manager, Carlo Ancelotti has told Ali McCoist in an interview that he loved his time at the club. He said, "I loved the period at Everton. It was a difficult period because it was COVID, but I have a good memory of the environment there, and I'm always looking for the result of Everton. I know that Moyes is doing a fantastic job and they have a new stadium, and one day I will be there to support Everton at their new stadium. I was happy at Everton, honestly. They had a good training ground, good people, but I couldn't say no to Real Madrid." Carlo, what a guy. What a guy. Still a big blue. Get him back involved. Bring him in as a, consultant on the board or something. Just have him sat there and let him talk to potential new signings. Just lift the eyebrow and get them in. He's just a great guy. He loves it. He loves it. Big Carlo, the Toffee. Who'd have thought it? And finally, on loan midfielder Harrison Armstrong scored his first goal in league football at the weekend as he came off the bench to grab a point for Preston against Wrexham. He replaced former Everton player Lewis Dobbin. Harrison Armstrong being injured with a groin strain, so missed 3 games for Preston, as well as a couple of England under-19 games. But he was back and in the squad. And like I said, come on and scored. So he's doing fantastically well for Preston. Obviously, David Moyes was asked about possibly recalling him in Friday's press conference, but I'd just leave him where he is, honestly. Because I think if he has the full season, and again, we might have to review this in January, but if he stays there for the full season, keeps progressing the way he is, then he could well be ready for Everton's first team next summer. You know, another season would be to play the whole season in the Championship and then come back to pre-season training, ready to go, fit, with all that experience under his belt, playing the FA Cup and things like that. I think it'll do him the world of good. He could come back to Everton. We could use him as part of the squad till the end of the season, of course we could. But the end of January, we'll have Idrissa Gana Gueye available again. Tim Irabunum be there, James Garner there, Dewsbury Hall there, Merlin Roll hopefully fit. You know, so there's enough midfield players for a couple of places. It's probably better for him to go and carry on progression, carry on doing well at Preston, and then return ready to fight for his first team place next summer. And if he does that, I think he can get in as well. I think this development that he'll get from playing there will be huge for him. So congratulations to Harrison on his first goal. Right, that's it for the News Daily. Make sure you check out the final word. Me and Ped gone back over Everton's 3, Nottingham Forest 0. It's a delight. Check it out. Like, subscribe, do all that. See you later.